Alright guys, we got a Amonkhet draft heading up here online, MTGO. I mean, it's kind of obvious what our pick one's going to be in the first pack, because, yeah. What does this guy do again? So he's Death Touch, indestructible. You can't attack or block unless you control another creature with power 4 or greater. And then you can also make another creature get +2/+0 and gain trampled in a turn. So yeah, pretty awesome. So yeah, we're gonna take that as our first pick. This guy's awesome. Giving all the other creatures trample. Okay. Oh, what else are we gonna get? 3 damage to target opponent. You can control a creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste until end of turn. That's okay. Got a cartouche that gives enchanted creature +1/+1 and trample. And you can have your creature fight another creature. So that's pretty cool. This flying indestructible is pretty awesome as well, but it is really costly. This guy's cool. You can exert it and make it a +1/+2, so a 3/3 for 2 on turn 3. I think I'm gonna go with this just because we want to get some creatures we can pump up. Come back for the cartouches. Let's see, target creature control gains hexproof down to turn. Remove all -1/-1 counters from it. That's actually pretty handy for 1 green mana. So I'm going to take that. Especially if you have creatures that are big that are coming in with like lots of 1/1 counters on them. Yeah. And they're like, oh, it's going to take a couple turns to get those -1/-1 counters off. But then you're like, huh, I'll just attack with it, and then bam. Make it awesome, you know? Especially if you cast a spell on it. This guy is amazing as well. I like to splash white with red and green just because of that. Although you do have a bone picker that can cost you only 1 black mana, especially if you're splashing black. And it's a flyer. You know, it's good. Plus you got an equipment that costs 1 that gives creatures +1/+1. But I am going to go for the Corrupt Champion, just in case we decide to splash. I'm going to put all cards over in the sideboard for now until we build our deck. Alright, let's see what else we got. Okay, another thing, splashing white. Let's see, what does this guy do? +1/+1 and menace until end of turn. That's pretty damn good. But you also have this Trial of Solidarity that can, if we're splashing white, can give +2/+1 and vigilance. So +1/+1 vigilance and trample. That could get pretty awesome. But I think we're gonna come back for that. We're gonna get some more creature base going. A lot of people try to get all the removal and everything right away, but honestly, I'm going to take this guy because he can come a 4/4 trample. If you got enough trample and stuff going on, you don't really need any removal, but we are going to take some. This is good to take out a flyer. I mean, 1 mana, knocking out a flyer. This is a reach, would be good. You can give a creature haste, which is also good. 4/4 flying indestructible. I really don't see us getting to turn 7 in these games, so I'm just gonna take some pump up so I can get my indestructible guy to start attacking. Yeah. Has anyone ever drafted online and gotten like some major crazy pulls, like 3 of the same bomb rare or something? let me know, because I'd like to know when that happens. Alright, so black zombie creature token. Enters the battlefield for each kind of counter on target permanent, put another counter on of that kind, or remove one. This could be handy as well. Plus he's a 4/3. And let's see. You know, Aronas is 4 power 4 or greater, so that's good. Prevent all damage, enchant target artifact or enchantment. Or exile, sorry. Alright. Stupid mummy that makes me discard. This does damage, that's removal. If we do splash white, that's kind of nice. 5/5 could become a problem. Alright, enchant creature comes to 0/2. I wanted another Kopesh, but that is a pain to deal with, especially when you're trying to get some big damage through a trample. That could be a real pain. This is kind of crappy. I drafted these and had a couple of them on opponent, and they were doing wonders for me, so I'm just going to take that. Alright, pack number 2. Okay, so we start out with a rare land as our rare, so that makes that a non-option. This is great removal, even though it's 5 mana. It's great in limited. Philosophy's a 5/5 for 5, but then you also got this guy that allows you to draw cards, but he's only a 2/2. He's not that big. You got another possible 3/3 trample here. I'm going to go ahead and take. It just seems silly to take that. This guy's a flyer, which become a 2/4 flyer, and Cryptic Servant is actually a big problem because people get it out pretty quickly. I really don't want to hate draft this early, but I don't want to deal with a Cryptic Serpent. Sweltering Suns does 3 damage to each creature, which is pretty cool. You got the Javelineer, does X damage to target creature opponent, to target creature opponent controls, where X is the number of instant sorceries in your graveyard. It's good, but it's not amazing. Your red cartouche keeps a creature from blocking, but also gives +1/+1 in haste to one of your creatures. But if I got a lot of, I had some creatures, I don't want this Sweltering Suns coming back and kicking my butt. So, and it's a good trick, combat trick, after combat as well. Let's see what we got here. Electrify is pretty good removal. This guy is pretty good because, he's only a 1/2 for 2, but he can add mana quicker. You can get bigger creatures out faster. You got a 6/4 for 6 here. It's probably going to come back around, so I'm not going to pick that. This would be awesome if you drafted a couple of these. I'm going to go with the mana ramp weenie there, just because we can get our big creatures out faster. Okay, we're not caring about that. Got another 4/3 here. That gives more counters. This is really good. I'm gonna go ahead and take the flyer though, so I'm not dealing with a 3/2 flyer coming at me. Because I didn't really see anything that was amazing on that pack. We got another trample guy here, which is good. A 3/4 has got a bigger butt, so that's nice. This guy can become a 5/4, which is amazing. This also gives attacking creatures +1/+0, which is awesome. It's a 2 mana 3/2. It's not huge, but we can pump it up with the Kopesh. I honestly kind of want this a little more. but I think we'll get more chance to get more of these than we will of these. So I'm going to take the Honor Crop Captain. We're going to be going tricolor. Speaking of tricolor, we got the double white, or we got a white and a red spell here. Target creature plus XO plus 0 until end of turn, where X is its power, which can also activate Uranus. Aftermath, target creature gains double strike on the turn, which is also pretty damn amazing. Although, you know, this guy, when you cycle him, you may search your library for a basic land card called Desert Card and put it on the battlefield. So if we get a desert, this is awesome because, you know, that desert does 1 damage. Or we could just play it as is. I'm going to go with the white-red card, though, here, because that could be very handy. All right, awesome. Just what I was hoping. I was hoping this guy would come back around. I want him. I don't want to pick that angel, even though it's a 4/4 flyer. A good combat trick here we want to take. This one gets target creature gets +3/+1 and gains trample until end of turn, which is awesome. Also helps us activate to get Uranus out. But this guy gives +2/+4 and gains reach until end of turn, which could take out one of their flyers. We're going to need this combat trick a little more than that trample. I think we're going to be creating trample enough. I'm going to take another one of the Neff Crop Entanglers. And let's see. Alright, so I don't think we have a lot of instants or sorceries, and he's a 2/3 for 4. This one's you gain 1 life, put a brick counter, gain 2 life. There are 3 or more. It's a 3 mana cost. Let's take away this flying instant. Nothing here is really attractive. I'm going to take another Kopesh. Let's see. Take away some destruction. I'll take this 3/4. Awesome. I'm glad he came back around. Artifact destruction is always good. Alright. Pack number 3. Let's see what we get. Oh, we got a double red card. Which one is that? Insult to injury. Damage can't be prevented this turn. If a source you control would deal damage this turn, it deals double that damage instead. And Aftermath is injury deals 2 damage to target creature and 2 damage to target player. They're both 3 mana costing spells. They count as an instant and sorcery, which could help out our deck. I would like to get at least one of those, but I'm gonna take the insult to injury. Just seems like a good idea. All right, got another Kopesh. We got an enchantment. It gets +3/+3 for 1 mana. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a -1/-1 counter on target creature. I mean, if you got like a 4/5, you can make it an 8 or a 7/8 that keeps shrinking. For a couple turns, it'll be good. This is good when he enters the battlefield. Put 2 -1 counters on target creature you control. Whenever you put 1 or more -1/- counters on Defiant Great Maul, remove -1/-1 counter from another target creature. Okay. I think I'm gonna go for the enchantment. It just seems like it's gonna do some good stuff. Bioforce is great if you want to take out a bunch of artifacts. Not very good limited. So I'm not gonna go for that. This is a guy with reach. You can give him for 1 colorless, 1 red. You can give him a +1/+0 to end a turn, which is really handy to block reach creatures, but it can also pump up to make our Uranus come out and play. So I'm going to take that guy. Got a 7/7 here, pretty awesome. Cycling 2. This could get out of hand real quick. So I'm actually thinking about taking that. But here's another, you know, possible 4/4 for 3. I want to go ahead and hate draft this Minotaur because I don't want to deal with him being able to put -1/-1 counters on all my creatures. You know, because if something has 2 toughness, it just takes 2 turns or 1 turn with 2 mana or 4 total mana, and he kills my creature, and you know, he can just keep doing that each turn, and that's not very fun. Not very fun to deal with at all. All right, let's see. This can give us another creature. All right, cool. We got one of these guys. I'm gonna take this. There's that guy again. Can cycle him for 4, but we can also make him big. We got kind of a slow start. I'm not going to take another one of the... I mean, that is another good combat trick, but I think I'm going to take a 6/5. I really wanted the 7/7, but I don't think the 7/7 is, for the price of it, it's going to be very good. This guy gets to untap a creature or land when it does damage. It's an early game play. Oh man, look at that! It's a foil forest. That's pretty tempting to take. I got one of these. He's double red. I really don't want a lot of double mana creatures. I'm gonna take him. Power 2 or less can't be blocked. I'm not really looking at having power 2 or less creatures. This is kind of nice. I think I'm going to take this guy because he has flash. It's a nice surprise combat trick. I think it could do wonders. You know, and if it survives, if you're able to make it survive with some kind of pump spell or something, next turn you can pump it up and attack with it. You know, it's pretty nice. Okay. It'd be nice to give one of my big boys haste, but giving creatures +2/+0, it's kind of expensive. I'm gonna go with a haste cartouche, because why not? Why not? Now, just because I drafted some white cards in there and stuff doesn't mean I'm going to use them all, but I mean, it seems like I got enough creatures. I mean, I do need some more early game creatures, so I'm gonna take that guy. All right, so that combat trick came back around. We'll take it. Go ahead and get rid of a 3/3 zombie and a 5/5. Now we're just kind of taking away the creatures that we're going to have to deal with. Alright guys, so that's the draft. Come back and see the deck building portion after this.